Financial Focus. Steve Buden is here. Steve, good to see you.
You too.
Hey, a lot happening this morning. We want to take a live look at the Dow Jones right now, see how they're doing. Up 42 points, but it's been kind of pretty high this morning.
Yeah, this is actually, we put this up here because this is an intraday all-time record for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is one of the more commonly watched stock market indices. So interesting to show, and of course I've always said this, every time we show that we hit a record, we jinx it and it drops, but it's nice to see. Now the question is, will it hold this week, because there's a slew of retail companies reporting earnings this week, and these are some of the largest, and it'll give a nice snapshot as to how the American consumer is behaving. Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, Home Depot, Lowe's, some of the big companies that Americans spend a lot of money in. Depending on how those reports come out, that'll determine if that record holds.
Those are the errand companies,
yes.
The ones that you spend almost nearly every day doing an errand out to those companies.
That's a good term. I like that. I have to use that.
Also in Financial Focus today, the situation both in China and in Greece, both having some financial issues.
Yeah, and these don't pop up very often. China's more important, I think, because it's a larger economy, but real estate values in China continue to drop, which shows a slowing of their economy. Now, China's a tremendously large economy around the world. If they slow, there's certainly going to be some impact. If they slow, there's two schools of thought. Will it bring the whole global economy down, including the United States, or will money flow here because folks are afraid to invest in China? And that's really why I think you see the U.S. stock market doing so well, is that folks who have a choice between investing in China or the United States are investing over here. Greece is a whole other story. We've talked about this the last couple of years, and once again, Greece is hitting the top of the radar screen here. They may or may not default on some debt between now and the end of June, and if they do, the question is, will they leave the euro? And if they do, will there be other dominoes that will fall? So we'll keep an eye on those. But again, in a global economy, I find it interesting that the U.S. stock market's hitting a record when you have some of this uncertainty around the world as well.
Both examples of just how interconnected we are at this point.
That's right.
On that note, as people start investing their money, it's important to note how everything is so interconnected, and you're telling me that a lot of investors don't know what they're actually investing in.
That's right. Some surveys came out this morning showing how much or how little American investors know what they're invested in. And this includes your 401k plan, the money where your pension funds are invested, your personal investments, and up to a third of Americans have no idea where their money is. Now, I am a big proponent of having professionals assist you with this because it's fairly complicated, but you should at least ask questions and understand better about where your money is being invested. Even in something as simple as a 401k, know what your options are, know what the funds that you're investing in are owning, and you'll become better educated and you'll understand a little bit better. Now, it's not something that you should be watching on a daily basis, but just to get a better understanding makes you a better investor. After all, it's your money.
Yeah, a third of Americans having to do a little bit more homework.
Yes, a lot more homework.
Yeah, a lot more Financial Focus segments for them to watch.